Good afternoon. This is Todd Colvin coming to you from the floor of the CME Group. We are looking at metals. Gold prices, boy, they plummeted on May 15th. We've kind of seen a sideways trade since then. This morning, we put in new lows, new year-to-date lows down to 1281, and we bounced higher. We saw a little bit of a bounce. Now, whether that was fresh new buys, whether there was some correlation to the dollar late in the day, it just seems to me that gold has moved very far, very quickly. And right now seems to be trying to get some bullish, trying to get rid of some of the bearish tone that's been stuck on it ever since it traded below 1300. And today, obviously, trading to 1281, nearing that 1275 psychological level, very key. We did not get there, and the market bounced pretty healthy off the 1281 level to close higher in the day. And if you look at the dollar, yeah, the dollar's been continuing to trend higher. It's one of those talks, you hear it, you turn the channel, you hear it on every channel. Similarly to the way we talked about the dollar in 2017, which was dollar lower, dollar lower, dollar lower. And this year it's been quite the opposite. So I think that dollar's feeling, while I'm not saying the trend is not your friend here with the dollar going higher, I do feel it's a little bit top heavy. And I think that any buying you'll see correlated in gold will be probably more of a dollar weakness trade than it will be a positive gold trade. And lastly, let's look at the positioning. Spec longs, where have you gone? They were running the trade, so we were trading north of 1350. Once we got below 1330, they started getting out very quickly, and below 1300, I think the rest of the hanger-oners got out. We've seen spec longs as holding as little gold as they have going back to last summer. So, and I think that's very key because they're the ones who drive the momentum. If we're going to see a trade back towards 1300 or 1315, I think is where we need to go in order to see momentum start to really shift back to the bulls. They're going to have to get in, and they're going to have to get on board. And whether that's a dollar trade, whether it's a gold trade, whether it's a fear trade, or whether it's a crypto trade, there's a lot of different trades rolled in there. I think that the speculators are the ones who will give us the boost. They'll be the catalyst, buyer or seller, that will move this market. I think a trade below 1275, you may see speculators start to become short. Something we haven't seen in a long time. And I think that ultimately we'll see buyers come in, though, with the idea that the dollar's still very top heavy, and there's still a huge amount of risk out there, whether it's in North Korea, whether it's in the Middle East. You got Syria and Iran. Likewise, what happens if the Fed slows down and we don't get the growth that they're hoping for in the coming quarters and have to slow down some of the rate hikes? So I think right now gold, I'm not a buyer yet. I'm just kind of watching from afar. But I think if you start to see that thing trade back up to 1300, you know that it's going to probably pop to 1315. Likewise, if you see a trade back to 1275, I think that's also a buy, with the idea that you're wrong if we see a trade and a push back well below 1275 at this point. So right now gold is still in the bearish tone, but we're starting to see maybe some green shoots, we'll call it, as the dollar looks heavy. Gold buyers may come out. We still have June FOMC ahead. That's going to be the key. This is Todd Colvin coming to you from the floor of the CME Group.